So, Trav, this is where I like to take it back to you talk about the roster.
Yes.
And to the point you're making, where are the dudes, where are the winners on the outside?
Yeah.
You know where it wasn't as it was on this roster. It wasn't with Tyquan Thornton.
No.
But bringing Christian Barmore back, he played 19 snaps and lost to the Rams. Awesome to eat. I am astonished he was active this quick. The fact that he's back to football activities is such an awesome sign. The fact that Christian Barmore is okay is such an awesome sign as he returned from blood clots.
Yep.
To bring Christian Barmore onto the roster, Tyquan Thornton was cut. The infamous 50th overall pick of the 2022 draft. You can credit Matt Patricia and Bill Belichick for that one.
Yeah.
Matt Patricia, in charge of the offense, wants someone that can stretch a field. For whatever reason, that is the guy he identified. And because Bill Belichick can't scout wide receivers, that's the one they picked. Once Tyquan Thornton was given his papers and was released by the team, 3 players are currently on the active roster from the 2021 and 2022 draft. Christian Barmore, Ramondre Stevenson, Marcus Jones.
That's crazy.
The only other player on the roster or in the building is Cole Strange, who's currently on the physically unable to perform list. Again, just a reminder of Bill the GM and the work he has done to put this roster in the place that it is. And that's why when we are looking at a Cooper Kupp, who is a 4th-round pick, and Puka Nacua, who is a 5th-round pick, combine and do what they do. And we're saying, where are these guys for the Patriots? 2021, Mac Jones, Barmore, Ronnie Perkins, Ramondre Stevenson. 2022, Cole Strange, Tyquan Thornton, Marcus Jones. After that, Jack Jones, Pierre Strong, Bailey Zappi, Kevin Harris. Not good. And even 2023, Jake Andrews hasn't been healthy. Chad Ryland, cut. Sidney So, benched. Antonio Mafi, cut. Keyshawn Boutte, Bryce Behringer, Pop Douglas. The last 3 picks of that draft all have been gems, or 3 really late draft picks. You give that credit to Belichick, but it's going to take a while for this roster to be close to what the Rams have.
I ain't going to lie to you. I don't know if I'd use the word gems for them either.
I would for Pop. I would for Pop. Bryce Behringer's a good punter, and that matters.
I do understand that, everybody blames Bill, and I get it. But I told you this from the beginning, too. That Eliot Wolf, it's not like, he wasn't here.
He's been with the team for 5 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it was in a different capacity, and we know Bill was the alpha and the omega, so ultimately it is on Bill. But Eliot Wolf, my personal opinion, it feels like this guy has failed up. And I'm going to tell you something, George. The draft classes from him, this last one in particular, ain't much better. I mean, and you and I have argued back and forth. We don't need to even go down here and get off track here. But I am not giving him the same credit that you and others do for the Drake May pick. That was Captain Obvious.
Oh, I do not give him credit.
Okay, good.
Easiest pick to make.
If anything, he just didn't get in his own way and overthink the room, right?
Yes.
So, so then we're on the same page because I'm looking at that draft class and I'm like, bro, this is Bill Belichick all over again. What the hell are we getting out of now? To be fair, you have to give it more time. If Polk is as good as you tell me, and some of these guys sort of maybe just take some time and they need some seasoning and some development, okay, fine. But from what I've seen right now, the current draft class is trash, okay, outside of Drake May. So it's easy to look back with this Tyquan move and say, oh, look at these draft classes. Cool, but this current one we're dealing with ain't helping you much either. So I don't have any faith that things are going to change around here in terms of these draft classes, George, if Eliot Wolf is the guy pulling the trigger on him. I still don't have any faith, George. And I know Bill Belichick towards the end was a big bad wolf, but I pun intended, because I have no faith in the current Wolf running the show either, my friend.
To give the comparison, what we saw Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp do.
Yes.
Jalen Polk, Javon Baker, the 2 wide receivers drafted. 36 snaps, 0 targets.
Oh.
Negative play, like net negative. Javon Baker, bad kick return. Jalen Polk on 4th and 1, which is really like 4th and a half yard. Key down, where they're trying pre-snap motion and throw this defense off. He gets a false start penalty, knocks him back 5 yards.
Kills you.
And it's just, and even in that one, like Drake May was asked, like, was it noisy? And he did tell the crowd to quiet down. He walked over. It looked like they were trying to do the decoy. Might have been like a direct snap to a running back, what they were lining up for.
Sure.
We wouldn't know because Jalen Polk, it's the lack of execution.
Yep.
And it's a trickle down from the head coach
Yep.
down onto the team on the field. And to your point, too, on the Eliot Wolf front, I mean, he was the director of scouting, consultant in 2020, director of scouting 2022.
That's all I'm saying.
2022 draft, man. I mean, that's when they take a Tyquan Thornton. That's when they take the other guys that I've named. All those picks. It's that 2022 draft alone that gets me of Cole Strange, pup, Tyquan Thornton, cut. Marcus Jones, good, starter. Jack Jones, Pierre Strong, Bailey Zappi, no longer on the team. Kevin Harris, never amounted to anything with the Patriots.
Waste.
It's
waste. It's no excuse, George.
Yep.
That's what you're looking for. It's no excuses. And the thing is, from where I sit, why would you go into yet another draft with him running it?
Hey, it's
why
the Crafts are trying to have him prove himself on the job. They didn't give it to him after the draft, which made no sense.
Right,
but that's again
point.
What do the Rams do with their personnel? They hit on these gems.
Yeah. What
did the Commanders do? Is they've had their team that's ahead of schedule.
Yeah, they are.
They picked from the 49ers personnel coaching tree.
Yep.
What do the Texans do well? Well, they have Nick Caserio who's here
and
then left and got great. It's why keep certain things in house, like the head coach, like the defensive coordinator, like the head of your personnel department as well.
Absolutely.
Hey, make sure to check out all episodes of Nesson Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, but also new episodes of Foxborough Rush every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Available on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Prime as well. Please like, subscribe, download, rate, and review. And you can follow the show on Facebook, Nesson's YouTube page, and Twitch as well. If you're on Nesson's YouTube page and you're watching, do us a favor after the show, hit the subscribe button as well.